Okay, we had the new parts come through from the factory. We'll get them on the car ahead of FP1.
Hello guys, Turbocharged 51 over here! I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. And guys, it is time for round 3 of our second season of our F1 2018 career. We've got 2 upgrades fitted to the car, a very good major chassis upgrade, as well as a little bit of a reliability upgrade. So we as Toro Rosso are officially the second best chassis on the grid. We are now, after this, going to start focusing on the power and especially the aerodynamics. I think our aerodynamics is, the worst in the field. I have to say that. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, and I'm also a little bit ashamed to say that. But heading into China, we have been the car that has the most upgrades fitted to it this season thus far. Ferrari are first, coming in with a little minor upgrade themselves. Mercedes are in second, with Red Bull third. Then in fourth and fifth, it's Renault and Haas. McLaren, brilliant. It's Renault and Haas, with myself neck and neck with Haas. We are a pixel difference. Then it's McLaren and Force India bringing up 7th and 8th, and then the back of the grid is rounded out by Sauber and Williams. You guys quickly see here, I am choosing a rival for the season, and well, not for the whole season, but for the starter of the season. And I thought to go against Mr. Esteban Ocon after I lost to his teammate Sergio Perez in season 1. Let's see if I can beat the second driver of the Force India crew. But other than that, guys, let's head to qualifying.
We'd like to welcome you from wherever in the world you join us today for this F1 qualifying session here in Shanghai, China.
So in the pit box, ready to go out for our first lap here at the Shanghai International Circuit. Guys, I have to be honest, the circuit holds a special place in my heart. I don't know why, I never really thought of China when I thought about F1. It's not a track that stands out on the F1 calendar, but this is a track that no matter what car I'm in any F1 game, I always do good at China. I don't know what it is, but China just sticks with me, and a lap around here, it's probably one of the most fun laps on the F1 calendar. I would say this is a more fun lap than my second and third favorite circuit, which is Mexico and Canada, because when you complete a lap here, you feel like a boss, because everything just always, you have to hit every corner perfectly to get this lap to work. But other than that, guys, we head here to the end of our first lap, and guys, it's not going to be a very fast lap, I have to be honest. I didn't better my second lap, so I'm just going to show you guys the first lap. It's a 1 minute 31.148. And I knew it was a reasonable lap, but I still didn't think it was good enough to get me out of quali 1. And as you guys see as we head on, we are on P14. We are on the brink of being knocked out. You guys know P15 is the last safe position to go through to quali 2. So we had to go out again and burn another set of super softs. Minimum fuel. Let's go, baby. We head here onto the lap. And I was quite... what's the word I'm looking for? I was quite confident that I was going to get out of quali 1. Reason being is my car had exceptional pace the entire weekend, and like I said, I like China very much. I think overall this is officially my 4th favorite circuit, and I make a list of circuits. I know that's a little bit crazy, but it's fine. It's myself I have to worry about, not you guys. So we come across the line and we are into quali 2 with a lap that gets us into P7. My teammate Pierre Gasly gets 10th position. I don't know how Lewis Hamilton got second place on the soft compound tires. Just quickly want to remind you guys of the tire compounds. Here at China we have ultra softs, softs and mediums. The super softs are not at this Grand Prix. So the super softs, it's just there's a big gap between the softest compound tire and the middle compound because it's a difference of 2 compounds. But heading here onto the beginning of our first lap in quali 2. Guys, now I was just going for 1 lap at the beginning of the session and 1 lap at the end of the session. I wasn't going to do it like I do in quali 1, 2 laps at the beginning and then 1 lap at the end. We head into the end of the back straight hard and as late as possible onto the brakes. Get the car turned in for this very tight hairpin. I think besides Monaco, that's the tightest hairpin on the F1 calendar, and it's actually a very fun corner. Sorry, I blacked out the screen there, guys. The end of the lap was quite wonky, that little bit of replay. But we had a reasonable lap. I can't remember the time completely, but I think it was a 1 minute 30.9. It's a, oh no, I'm completely wrong. It's a 1 minute 31.6. So it's actually quite slow. So we had to go out again if we wanted to like start up very good in the like say 11th to 15th. I was trying to get my car up to P12. I didn't think my car had enough pace to get me out of Q2, but as we head here onto the end of our final lap in Quali 2, you guys can see qualifying is already done, with the timers counting down before your lap gets nullified. So we are on the back straight, heading up to over 340 kilometers an hour, braking once again and as late and as hard as possible into this hairpin. I accidentally put the car in neutral there for a second. Fourth gear, fifth gear, go up the gears here. This final corner you have to have a little bit of guts. Down to fourth gear, well, fifth gear there. Plant the power as soon as you get out. I planted a little bit too early, get a little bit of oversteer, but we are over the line and we are going to be P7! P7! Guys, we're in P7! Oh my word. Okay, I officially earned your like. We are going to be in Quali 3 for the first time in this career mode. Oh my word, 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 oh my word. Yes, baby, let's go. Come on. Okay, this is going to be a good weekend. This is going to be a good weekend. I don't think I'm going to get any better than like 8th if I've got to be a brilliant lap. But come on, baby, pinch me, pinch me. Let's go, let's go. Woo! Okay, we're into Quali 3. Now you guys saw that the game gave me an extra set of ultra soft tires. So let me quickly explain what happens now for the first time me being in Quali 3. The tires you do your fastest lap on at the end of Quali 2. So the fresh set of ultra softs I strapped on before I went out of the garage for my final lap. That's the set of ultra softs I'm going to start the race on. That's that final set of ultra softs before you get the soft compound tire. Then you see, guys, see there on the graph, it's ultra soft, and then the new set of ultra soft tires. So that's the tire I'm going to be using at the start of the race. So I set my first lap in Quali 3 on the same tires I set my fastest lap on in Quali 1. I know that's a lot to take in, but now we are on a fresh set of ultra soft tires, going for the fastest lap we can possibly pull out of the bag here. We're going to have to work miracles if we're not going to be P10, because I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm just less than a second behind Kevin Magnussen, who is in 9th. So I was going to have to put in a blisteringly quick lap time if I wanted to see myself even in that number 8 spot. But guys, let's go around this Shanghai International Circuit, and we round the first 2 corners, those very 2 tight hairpins. Here through the 3rd corner up to 7th gear, I'm high on the ERS setting, up into 8th, brake as late and as hard into this next hairpin. 2nd gear, just go into 3rd gear before the oversteer kicks in. I had confidence on my throttle, so I didn't go up into 3rd gear. Go here, this is a flat out corner, you have to have the perfect line, otherwise you're not going to make the corner. Now we're going to fall into the right-hander, down to 4th gear to get the car to turn in. 5th gear as you get out of it, down to 3rd gear for this next part. Clip the curb a bit onto the grass there for myself, so we have a little bit of oversteer as we get out through the second left-hander, up into just not 8th gear just yet, down to 2nd gear for this very tight 90-degree left. Then we go for this beautiful, one of the most iconic corners on the F1 circuit, this fast sweeping right-hander. You want to get onto the power as early as possible and avoid oversteer. I didn't avoid all the oversteer. As you get onto the straight, overtake on the ERS, you guys can see I'm on overtake. We're going to go over 340 kilometers an hour. We are going to go into the hairpin, and guys, what is our lap time going to be? I don't know. I hope it's P8. Come on, out through the final hairpin, up the gears, into 6th gear, 7th gear, oh no, keep it in 6th, 4th gear to get the car to turn in flat out onto the power, no oversteer, open the DRS, and we cross the line, and it is!
Wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top 3. Raikkonen, Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. It's time to leave for now, but we'll be back tomorrow when the Grand Prix itself gets underway.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Guys, we are going to fight this Grand Prix, P5 on the grid. Let's go, baby. Let's go to the Chinese Grand Prix. I'm hyped.
Hard work, ingenuity and ambition. All things you'll find in abundance amongst the 15 million people of Shanghai over there to our southeast. And we've got plenty of that here on the grid as well. 20,000 horsepower, give or take, chomping at the bit to be unleashed for the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in the Yangtze River Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit. 54% of this 3.3-mile lap is taken at full throttle, and we'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles an hour, with DRS assisting the cars down the back straight before they brake into the sharp hairpin at turn 14. Also here, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Mercedes. We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development, and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, O'Connor and Perez, Sainz, Magnussen, Ocon and Roman Grosjean, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Pierre Gasly and Ericsson, Ricciardo, Van Dorn, Lance Stroll and Max Verstappen. Sirotkin and Charles Leclerc rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
On the grid for the Chinese Grand Prix in P5. Oh my soul! Pinch me. Somebody please pinch me. I know it's the second time I've said it in this video, but come on, pinch me! Oh guys, this is such a good opportunity to try and get a podium. I know we're in an inferior Toro Rosso car, but guys, we have to go in guns blazing. We don't have any other choice. We have to push as hard as we can. But guys, here on the strategy, you guys see it is going to rain by the end of the Grand Prix. Well, that's what the weather forecast says. But as you guys know, with F1, you can never count on the weather forecast. You have to be on the radio consistently asking your engineer what the weather forecast is. So guys, we gotta go from ultra softs onto mediums. Otherwise, we'll switch off the strategy. If we feel we have to go into softs, we can switch it as we are in the car. But guys, I hope you're hyped. Jam with me for this opening lap. This is going to be an amazing Grand Prix. Let's go to the formation lap and don't forget to jam.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can.
I hope you guys are ready because we're going to head to 5 red lights here at Shanghai, China for the Chinese Grand Prix. And it's go, go, go from P5 on the grid. We get a brilliant launch from the the line. We go to the inside of Valtteri Bottas, trying to get to the inside. We are under pressure from the Force India from behind, but it's side by side for Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel heading into the first corner. Kimi also got a brilliant launch out of the line, so he is safely into first position. Hamilton and Vettel are still side by side as we go through the second corner. I go up the inside of Valtteri Bottas. Let's go, baby. P4. Come on, little Toro Rosso. You are the underdog here. Well, we are the underdog here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Vettel's on the inside for this next hairpin, but Hamilton is late onto the brakes. He's got confidence in that heavy-fueled Mercedes-Benz. You guys know the Mercedes is a brilliant car aerodynamically and chassis-wise, so Hamilton is allowed to have the confidence. He's on the inside. Vettel's on the inside for this next sweeping right-hander. Down to fourth gear, you guys know. Down to third for this next part of the corner. Vettel is still on the outside. They're still side by side. It's been more than half a lap at this stage. Kimi is bolting away in the lead, so they are giving Kimi a free run in the lead. Finally, Hamilton slots into third position, but now they've given me the chance to be right on their gearboxes. As you guys see, we jump to my POV. Come on, Hamilton, show me what you got. Show me what you got, my friend. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Bump the car down to overtake. Let's see if the Toro Rosso has the power to keep up with that Mercedes. I also can't forget about Valtteri Bottas behind me in the second Mercedes. Come on, little Toro Rosso, heading down this back straight. As late as hard onto the brakes. Hamilton gets held up by Vettel. I go for a dive on the inside. Let's go, baby. P3. That's a podium. That's a podium. Come on, now we need to keep that Mercedes behind us. Vettel is still in second place. We're going to try and catch him, but I don't think with that Ferrari car now having clean air that I will be able to keep up with him. But we're going to try, guys. We're going to try. We're heading onto the middle of lap 2, guys. And quickly listen here.
In just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. Dry seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Well, that's an oozy doozy. We have officially heard that within 10 minutes, guys, that's about lap, say, 10 to 11, there is going to be rain on the track. So the weather forecast, like I said at the beginning of the race, was completely wrong. The rain is not coming at the end of the race. The race is coming, well, the rain is coming at like midway of the race, not even midway. So we have got a very interesting race indeed. Guys, what I can tell you is that you're not going to hear further on in the video. It is not going to start either with light rain. It's going to be heavy rain, so the track is going to be wet within one lap. But guys, we go down here the back straight. It's Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas side by side. The two Mercedes drivers against each other. Who's going to get the better of the other one? On the inside, it's Valtteri, but Lewis is still on the outside. Who's going to get the better drive at the head into the final corner? I dive into the pit lane at the end of lap 2, guys. These ultra soft tires were horrendous. There was no way I was going to keep pace on them. I had to swap them out as quickly as possible. Into the pit lane, we'll jump back to the battle between Lewis and Valtteri in a second. Let's just quickly see. Guys, the reason I did this was I needed fresh rubber. I needed to go as quickly as possible to try and stay ahead of those Mercedes cars. And with me pitting so early, I was going to be dead last at this stage, meaning I had clean air. I could just push as hard as I possibly wanted to, and as hard as those fresh tires would allow me. So let's go, baby. Head down, buckle up. Let's use that fuel and that ERS. Back to the battle with Lewis and Valtteri. Here you guys see I just peeled off into the pit lane. Side by side with Valtteri gets the better run, and even the Force India of Sergio Perez is getting in onto the fun of this. It's almost 3 cars wide, but it's 2 cars wide. Sergio's up the inside of even Bottas. He's already got Lewis. Is the baby Mercedes team going to put a little bit of ears onto the major Mercedes team, the big guys? Come on, Valtteri, you can't let this happen. Valtteri is still on the inside. They side by side heading out of the second corner. They are still side by side heading into the third little kick into the fourth corner, which is a hairpin. Late onto the brakes, you can see the Mercedes chassis is a better car because Valtteri is on the brakes each time just a little bit later than the pink Force India. Heading into the double S section, this very fast sweeping, you can basically call it a chicane because it's an S section. But Valtteri is on the outside. Is he finally going to slot it in front of Perez? And yes, he is. Once again, half a lap of side by side battling. Brilliant footage there. This race is really heating up as we go. At the end of lap 3, I think he's trying to cover me off the second place man, Sebastian Vettel, the man I was trying to chase before my pit stop. He is going to dive into the pit lane, strapping on his set of soft tires. Guys, while all the pit stops are happening, you guys know the numbers of the cars by now. Let me tell you guys this. The cars that started from pole position on the grid to 10th, we were on ultra soft tires, so we were all going to have to pit within 5 laps. The other cars on the grid were on soft tires because we remember they've got free tire choice. So they were on soft tires. You guys see, I'm not even near Vettel as he exited the pit lane. But now this grid was going to be so shuffled around because remember, when the rain hits, we who were on ultra soft tires, who started the race on the ultra softs, we were going to go in for our second pit stop. The guys that were on soft tires from the beginning of the race were only going to go in for their first pit stop. Whoa, Valtteri Bottas gets held up immensely in the pit lane there. I think that will just about cost him his position against Lewis. I hope for his sake it doesn't, but just before we jump back onto the story with the rain and the tires, guys, let's see if I am still ahead of Valtteri Bottas. Hopefully that traffic in the pit lane helped me. Come on, little Toro Rosso, this is still for a potential podium position at this stage, and there's no Mercedes, and yes, we defend successfully from Valtteri. He got held up immensely there in the pit lane, so I actually feel bad for him. But back onto the story with the tires, guys. So the guys that started on the yellow-walled soft tire, they were going to go in for the first pit stop. So when we are shuffled around and let's say some of the back marker cars are going to be leading the Grand Prix, we who were in the front when the race started are going to have to fight our way back to where we were, because these other cars are going to be ahead of us, because we are basically going to have one more pit stop than them. So this race is really going to be interesting. It's going to be a fight till the checkered flag at the end. So guys, stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. But guys, you see here, Vettel goes past Lewis. Well, yes, past Lewis, and I myself defend from Lewis Hamilton. Let's go, baby, come on. Is Lewis going to be ahead of Valtteri? Ooh! That was so nearly contact between the two Mercedes drivers. But guys, look what I just talked about. The leader of the race is Fernando Alonso in the papaya orange McLaren. Second place is Nico Hulkenberg in the Renault. I can't believe McLaren is ahead of him. Third place is my teammate Pierre Gasly in the second Toro Rosso. Fourth place is Daniel Ricciardo in the Red Bull. You guys saw the two Red Bulls started at the back of the grid. They had a very bad qualifying. Stoffel Van Dorn is in fifth with Max Verstappen in sixth. Marcus Ericsson in seventh. They're battling away. Charles Leclerc is in eighth. Kimi Raikkonen is in 9th at this stage, and Sebastian Vettel is in 10th. So now you guys can see we who were leading the Grand Prix are so far behind. We have to catch all these back marker cars on our fresh rubber and hope and pray we get ahead of them before the rain hits. But we head here on to lap 7, and Kimi is going for a move up the inside of Marcus Ericsson. And this is for P8 on the grid at this stage, and even Sebastian Vettel is getting in on the fight. This is going to be one heck of a Grand Prix as we head to the end, guys. But as you guys see, it's a battle for the ages, and stuff is looking juicy indeed. Here you guys see now Vettel on the very next lap. He is going for a move on, I think this is Charles Leclerc. No, it's also Marcus. No, this is Kimi going for a move on Marcus Ericsson and Daniel Ricciardo. Kimi is up the inside, has a little bit of a lock-up, but he's up the inside of Marcus Ericsson alongside the little Dutchman Max Verstappen, the youngest driver on the grid at this stage. Kimi squeezes up the inside. He has passed the Red Bull, and his teammate Vettel is still slacking behind all of these cars. So Vettel is really on the back foot. Look at Marcus Ericsson! He's passed the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, going for a move up the inside of Kimi Raikkonen. Where's this pace coming from? Where is this burst of, I would say, confidence coming from Marcus? He just doesn't get up the inside of Kimi. Well freaking done, Marcus Ericsson. I did not expect that. We head here on to lap 9, and finally Vettel is starting to gather his ducks, get his ducks back in a row, and now Vettel is blocked off by both the Sauber cars. Oh, there's a lock-up from Charles Leclerc as he goes up the inside of his teammate. Me and Lewis Hamilton are battling away with the Williams cars, who are the worst cars on the grid, as you guys know. Vettel is being held up by both these Sauber cars so badly that myself and Lewis are catching him at a stinking speed. So this is really a race which we are going to fight with for until the checkered flag. Like I said, Vettel finally goes up the inside of Marcus Ericsson. He has a little bit of a look on Charles Leclerc, the leading Sauber driver, but at this stage Vettel can only slot into P9, and now they have battled so much that myself and Lewis are on their gearboxes. I am right on the gearbox of Marcus Ericsson. I'm going to go later to the brakes, and Marcus leaves me the room up the inside of the Sauber driver, and we are back into the points, guys. P10 on lap 10. Look at the irony there. Then we head here onto lap 10, back onto the POV of Kimi Raikkonen, and now he's fighting away for P5. He easily overtakes Stoffel Van Dorn even before they get to the hairpin at the end of the straight. And here you guys see Sebastian Vettel is battling away with Charles Leclerc, and even myself, I'm catching up a bit to these guys. Excuse the tongue twister there. I'm up the inside of Charles Leclerc, so Charles loses 2 positions. I have a big kick of oversteer as we exit the hairpin. But guys, on lap 11, let's run through the top 3. My teammate Pierre Gasly is leading the way from Fernando Alonso, so they swapped around. And then Nico Hulkenberg at this stage is the man in 3rd position. But guys, let's head to the part of the Grand Prix where I gambled with my good point. Guys, look, it's lap 12. My engineer said the rain was going to hit any second. I'm diving to the pit lane, and I was going to strap on a set of intermediate tires. But guys, look here. As I run into the pit lane, it starts raining. Look at the drops on the car. It has started raining, and like I said, it is not light rain. It's going to transform into heavy rain immediately. So by the end of this lap, this track was going to be an ice rink for everybody who stayed out on the slick tires. So guys, I'm in P20 once again. But guys, look at the end of the lap. This is my teammate's POV. It's soaking wet out there. Look at the next hairpin. Pierre Gasly can't even get the car stopped properly. He misses the apex completely. Fernando and Gasly look up his inside, but the grip was minimum, and these guys had no grip. So I made a perfectly timed decision to go onto the intermediate tires. Usually when I make these choices, it completely backfires on me, but I am pushing like crazy at the back of this grid, because literally every single car except myself was diving into this pit lane trying to fit the intermediate tires. And guys, look what I said. The back marker cars are strapping on their sets of intermediate tires, which are still in front of the leading cars. So the grid has completely been shuffled up, because now everybody is in this race, and we can have a very, very interesting top 10 at the end of this Grand Prix. Maybe the main guys will not even win this Grand Prix. Guys, look at this. Hamilton pit stop. He gets held up immensely by all the cars. But where am I? We jump onto my POV. Let's see how many positions I make. 2 cars stay out on the slick tires. Not a smart choice. Romain Grosjean and Esteban Ocon. I am right behind Sebastian Vettel. It is lap 14. This is the P8. Come on, I do a beautiful switchback move on the inside. My tires have already been heated up. Yes, baby! I am ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Yes, man. Let's go. Let's go. These 2 cars are going to be passed very easily. Romain Grosjean and Esteban Ocon made a very bad choice to stay out on slick tires. Guys, look how slow they are. I am catching them without any problem. We are going... Oh, contact! And he slips. There's no braking time for Romain Grosjean. He hits me and he is spun. Oh my word. Guys, we're just going to head on later into this lap. Romain Grosjean got disqualified because he couldn't get the car restarted. Guys, still lap 14. Look at this. It's Esteban Ocon still on his slick tires. He makes contact with the Red Bull driver and gets spun around himself. He holds up Lewis Hamilton. And oh my word! It's a pile up. It's a pile up. The cars are driving into each other. Some of these drivers can't get the car stopped on their intermediate tires. Some of the guys are getting pushed up. It's just a carnage. Drivers are out. Front wings are broken. That corner is the corner of mayhem this weekend. Oh my soul. What has just happened here in China?
Heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Guys, you know it. I know it. My engineer just said heavy rain. It's beyond my mind. I'm not staying out on intermediates. Let's strap on those heavyweight tires. Once again, I'm gambling my Grand Prix, but it's going to be worth it, because when that rain really starts coming down and the racing line disappears, the track is just a soaking wet ice rink, then and only then are we going to be able to fight, and we are going to have tons more grip than these guys staying out on that green walled intermediate tires. I am the only car on the grid who has strapped on the blue walled wet tires, the heavyweight tires. So guys, the full wets are on my car. Let's go racing here in China once again, after the safety car has come in after that horrendous crash with everybody piling up. Look at this. This is Kimi Räikkönen going for P3. He had a brilliant time in the pit stop, so he has made up a lot. He has gained a lot. He's on the outside for the first corner, on the inside for the second corner of the track. He's giving Nico Hülkenberg the squeeze. Come on, Kimi. Come on. Nico keeps his nose in there, but to no avail. Kimi is up into P3, and now Kimi is chasing after these 2 leading cars with my teammate Pierre Gasly and Fernando Alonso in P2. Guys, remember, with wet conditions, DRS is disabled because we are not allowed to use it. It is too dangerous on a wet track. But Kimi Räikkönen, as you guys see, the superior Ferrari engine just blasts past the McLaren engine, or the Renault engine in the back of the McLaren. We head here onto lap 22, and Kimi Räikkönen is chasing after my teammate. Come on, Pierre! Come on, Pierre! Come on, keep this position, my friend. Keep this position. Don't let Kimi overtake you. Go! Oh, come on, he's on the outside! Oh no, come on Pierre, give him the squeeze, man, give him the squeeze. No, that's not squeezing. No, man. It's Ferrari v Toro Rosso. They are into the final quarter side by side, but Kimi is going to go up the inside of the Toro Rosso driver. Pierre, well done. GG's, my friend. You tried your best. And now even the Red Bull of Daniel Ricciardo is getting in on this fight. He's passed the McLaren of Fernando Alonso up into P3, right on the gearbox of my teammate. But guys, we jump onto lap 23. We're back onto my POV. Guys, look how the rain is coming down. It is soaking wet out there. And this was a stage where it started going from intermediate conditions to wet weather conditions. You guys can see I'm slipping and sliding all over the track. The grip was minimum. But of all the tires that were on the grid, we had the most grip of all of the cars out here. We head on to lap 25, only 4 laps to go, and we are at P9 catching these cars at sticking speed. Guys, look at the more superior grip that I have. Look how easily I catch up to them. I go around the outside of Valtteri Bottas. For all the headphone users, once again I apologize. Rest in peace, headphone users. I am yelling most of the time. This is so exciting, guys. If these guys stay out on intermediates, I have to make my way through the field. But if they come into pit, I am going to be within a shot to win. This is my first ever Grand Prix. I'm up the inside of Lewis Hamilton, up into P7. So stuff is looking beautiful at this stage. We head to the end of the lap. I go up the inside of Nico Hulkenberg. A little bit of a tank slap. I have a little bit of oversteer, but we are up into P6, right behind the McLaren of Fernando Alonso. You guys see I go for a dive up the inside. Come on, give him the squeeze. Yes, we are up and we are right behind Sebastian Vettel in 4th place, who is behind my teammate Pierre Gasly. You guys see I've got so much more grip than these guys, but I have to ease the throttle, guys. You guys can listen to the car. I am not full throttle. It's less than 3 laps to go, 2.5 laps. We're on lap 26. Oh, that's a really awkward place to go for a move, turbo. I raise my hand because Vettel makes contact, but we are through. We are officially into P4, 1 spot away from where we were in the podium positions. Come on, Pierre, you can't keep me forever, my friend. You know I've got the faster tires, you know I've got the faster car. Come on, Pierre, let's make this easy. Let me pass. Guys, I short shift up into 6th, even into 7th gear. You guys can see it is so slippery there. I get oversteer everywhere I go. Up into overtake on the ERS. Come on, Gasly. Come on, teammates. Come on, my friend. You can't keep me up, man. I have to go chasing after that Ferrari and that Red Bull. This is the end of lap 26. I go for a dive up the inside. I can go much later onto the brakes than Pierre because I've got better grip. Oh, my word. I'm at P3. I'm at P3. Wait, what? What? Yes! Kimi Räikkönen is going into the pits. Where's Ricciardo? Where's Ricciardo? Is Ricciardo behind him? Yes, Ricciardo's behind him. Guys, I'm at P1. I'm at P1 with 2 laps to go. Oh, my word. Okay, I'm in shock. I'm in shock. Okay. Okay, let's just get to grips with what's happening. I'm at P1. They are going to be 20 seconds, well, around about 20 seconds behind me. Guys, are we on the way to win our first ever Grand Prix? Okay, no pushing. Let's nurse this car home. Guys, it's the end of lap 28. Guys, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button. We are going to win our first ever Grand Prix. And what better place to do it than Shanghai, China in the wet weather. Let's go, baby!
Nice work, that's P1. Race win. Well done.
It was touch and go for a while there, but Toro Rosso have done it. A great win. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that drivers have confidence to attack. Having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
And look at this, they're coming out now. Toro Rosso have developed something of a reputation for forging exciting talent, and we can see that here. An incredible victory.
Drop the beat now. Drop the beat now.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. It wasn't the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Max Verstappen, hasn't it? Very clean, very smooth. He can be really pleased with that one.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari extend their lead at the top of the championship. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us and goodbye until the next race.
Woo! Guys, we've won our first Grand Prix. We are up to P5 at the championship, and we have taken third place in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari and Mercedes, now we can fight. Thank you, Fernando Alonso, for those famous words. Let's go, baby!
Good day today. Tell us about it from your perspective. You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win? Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today? You must be thrilled to be up on the podium. Well, looks like your luck has changed. Things went a lot better than last weekend, didn't they? Appreciate your time.
Guys, I always say this after a good Grand Prix, but what a Grand Prix! Come on, China! Come on! You are now officially my fourth favorite circuit after that win. How can you not love that track after that happens to you? Guys, good qualifying, a good race. The weather interfered. It was just absolutely crazy. Everything that could happen happened. There were crashes. There were front wings broken. Oh my word. Come on, baby.
Just wanted to say congrats on the podium. It's thoroughly deserved. We were sweating those last few laps on the pit wall, but you brought it home.
Why, thank you, Jeff. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. That was a brilliant Grand Prix. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Don't forget to ding the bell, and I'll see y'all for the next one. Cheers!